Started to make my mini table saw sled. Cut the runners that fit in the major slots. Next thing I did was made the sled. It's a 3/4 inch thick. My front of the fence is 2 3/8 high, and the base is about 4 3/16 wide. Whatever. The sled is 18 inches wide. One thing you want to do when you glue it together, make sure it's perfectly square with the table, which looks good. What I'm doing here is taking a little piece of birch plywood, say 3/16. Inlay that in there about an inch. Part of the sled, when I glue it all together, it's going to create a zero clearance. That's off at 18 inches. Same width as the sled. I'll just do that in the cut off saw. What I did there is I didn't show myself marking it. I made a groove 1.5 inches deep to hold this piece of plywood I'm going to put in there. So I'll be gluing that to the bottom of my fence like that. So set that down in between. Put this side where I want it. Tight there. Couple of wedges. Wedge them in like that. Don't want to be too high and I don't want to be too low. I haven't got clamps, long reach clamps for that, so I improvise. What I will do is I will shove another one down there in the very center just to make sure it's as tight as possible. Put a couple of clamps on the outside edge. Let that dry there. It's been about an hour, so we're on clamper now. Clamp this straight edge on the face of the table. Throw 6 washers in the groove to hold her up. Shiny side down. Butt that against the back plate here. Butt that against the back plate. Butt that against the back plate. I'll glue that on there. I'll mix up a little bit of 5-minute epoxy. Put some of these boards. Push all the way to the back. All the way to the back, so flip up the center, yes, all the way back, and then what I plan on doing is just go all the way across the front, another board in there, another board in there, and I'm just going to brace that to the ceiling. Finish the front, board in there, just put a little springboard in there to put some pressure and hold her down. It'll break her in half. Pull this on just a little bit of extra weight. I'll take some of these clamps off now. Saving 2 wedges. Perfect. What I'm going to do is countersink a couple screws in here and a couple in here. My screws are 5/8 of an inch long. I'm going to drill a hole 5/16 deep. Countersink them a little bit. I'll mix up just a tad bit more of epoxy for the screws. Three 3/8" brass screws just up into the plywood in a couple of places. Pop in a little bit. Mix up a little more epoxy for the screws. I can feel these little brass screws just slightly, maybe. So the mini grinder here, Velcro's pad, just grind down a little bit. Now for the track, just ground down the washer a little bit in sides to fit in the track. Cut back into the board a little ways underneath and glue that in there so that that'll hold the vents down in the groove better. I do have a slight movement in the track, just enough to throw the square off. So what I'm going to do is epoxy this guide just to one side a little bit there so it'll hold against the side when it slides in. If I have to make any further adjustments, I'll just file this down a little bit. And I did put a couple little clamps on the end just to help hold it. How she slides. put a little bit of my wife's Andy Sloan wax on it. Andy Sloan chalk paint. Don't tell her I used it. Now let's see if she looks square to the guide here anyway. See how true it is. I cut a couple of blocks I'm going to put in there. Center it over where the blade's going to come up. Give a little safety when I'm finished cutting the product. This blade shouldn't go back that far. I may put another little safety thing in it. First I'll glue that on there. Been 3 or 4 hours, so I'm sure it's dry by now. Okay, we'll glue that safety part onto her. Just now take the clamps off, I guess. For safety mechanism, countersunk a hole right there under the sled. I'm going to mix up a little bit of epoxy, put a washer in there. It's going to be a little safety stop. And I ground down a little metal rod that I had, handle off a kitchen cupboard door, and I drill the hole big enough to put this in, epoxy that in there, and that'll be my handle. And they only want to go in the handle about that far right there, so. It's hot. I've got this made with a bunch of different size holes drilled in, so if I want to put something in the drill press, I can sort of something small like that, I set it in there and just clamp down a little bit. It's usually enough to hold it. Anyway, we'll try this in there. That should be pretty good. That'll be my handle for my safety mechanism, so I'll just epoxy that in there now. Just let that dry. Now what I used to cut the little steel rod was a Chicago Electric portable variable speed bandsaw I got from Harbor Freight. Amazing how this will cut through steel. Set that there, and you push the sled ahead, it's going to drop into place. So use the old 5-cut rule to see if it's square or not. So we'll mark this side number 1 so we know that that's where we started. First cut. Second cut. Third cut. Fourth cut. And here comes the 5th cut. That's one to measure. Now after doing the 5-cut trick, I'm getting 11.14, so 11.28. Subtract them two and you get 0.15 of a millimeter difference between two ends. If I go 0.15, which is very hard to, there's 0.16. You see that tiny little gap down there, not the one up there, down there. So it's awful freaking close. Square on the board's left. Side 4. I'm pretty happy with that. I also made a little hardwood stop block. It's put it up level at the top. It's away from the bottom, so stuff won't cut under it. So I just clamp that on wherever you want to, however you want it. 2 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches, however you want the piece, whatever. Now, if I want to cut a bunch of little thin strips, a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch each, I put my jig back up there, but I don't want that to be caught between there and the blade up there. So I have made this little, another hardwood little piece. I put under there. Measure this out at down here, a 1/4 inch or wherever I want it, from the side of the saw blade. Clamp this top clamp on there. Just butt that against there, hold her back here, just move this out of the way, and then when I strap this on cutter, I'm going to cut a couple pieces off 2 inch block here. Now with the stop block in there, for a few more. Level on top so she's square. And if I want, I can also take the clamp to use up there, just store it in there. Okay, this is the last I'm doing to the sled. I've got this little thing down below, like so for cutting off smaller pieces. It'll be away from the blade. So anyway, that'll be stored in there. That's it. And that'll be stored down in there. So that's my mini sled. That's all I'm doing to it. Thanks for watching.